Hi, my name is Brandi Feldmann, and I'm going to cover a few PowerShell topics today for CSC 468. The topics I'm going to cover is how to get a list of computer and IP addresses, how to ping computers on this machine, different network adapter items, and DHCP leases. The first one I'm going to cover is how to get a current list of IP addresses, and actually this command will show you MAC addresses as well. So all the commands I'm going to show you start with the get WMI object in the class 132. So this first one here shows you both the IP address and the MAC address for this computer, and since there's only one IP address registered to this machine, that's all that shows. The next one, I have actually made a CSV file, and it will show you how to obtain the computer name or host name from a CSV file. So for this one, I labeled it IP addresses and put value in there, and then you can list as many IP addresses as you want to find for computer names. And since I only have one IP address on this machine registered, that's all that's going to show. So here is my first command, just showing where it's at and the location. And then after that, you have to do a system.net.dns get host by address and the value and trim. And it will actually come back and show you your host name is server.localdomain for the specific IP address that you specified in your CSV file. This next one is showing you how to ping your computer via a certain IP address. This one actually takes a little bit of time to find it, but you have to remember for the filter part, you have to put double quotes around address and then single quotes around the actual IP address. And there you go, it shows you the source, the destination, if you had any IPv4 addresses or 6, and then shows you the bytes and the time. This next one, it retrieves all network adapter properties, and they're, depending on your computer, if you have a lot of network adapters set up, there will be quite a few that show. So like I said, there's quite a few, but it will show if they are DHCP enabled, if they have an IP address associated with it, the default IP gateway, the DNS domain, service name, description, and index number. Just trying to get back up to, here we go. So this next one is going to show or find the network adapter for a DNS domain. And so you have to actually filter by if the IP is actually enabled. And so you just do IP enabled equals true. And so it would actually just come back and show you the one that is actually enabled. This next one determines what DHCP adapters are enabled instead of the filter IP enabled equals true. This is a DHCP enabled equals true. And so it comes back showing you two of them. This next one it will actually retrieve DHCP properties. So you'll go ahead and still do the same command as before, but instead now we're going to format the table by property of DHCP. So then you just get back this little area if that's all you're wanting to look for. This next one is a little bit longer, but it's showing or actually enabling DHCP on network adapters. So you will filter again, and you'll filter by if the IP is enabled, and then we're going to actually pipe it out into a for each object. And so you get different information than you would have seen before just by looking at the different processes. And then the last ones are the DHCP leases, so releasing and renewing. Unfortunately though, I couldn't actually get, when I did the releasing and the renewing, to show any information through file output or any output, like it does when you just do an IP config, renew, or release. So with this one though, when you filter, you have to do both IP enabled equals true and DHCP enabled equals true. And you pipe it out into different commands. And so it is it's a longer command. And then renewing it. That's all I have. And I did learn quite a bit through just searching for different items. I knew how to do most of these on just a regular command prompt, but I wasn't sure exactly how to do it on PowerShell because you have the get WMI objects and the Win32, so you have to figure out which classes they fall under and if you need a filter or pipe them out. But I've learned a lot through this presentation, and I hope you have too. Thank you.